Good morning. Today is May the 5th, 2026. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. Happy New Catalog Day. So excited. I put my was up early this morning, put in my paper share order, put in my personal order, put in my in color club order. So how exciting is that? So today we're going to be doing card number 2 in my online card class that we did this month. And it's a fun fold. I'll just flip us around and I'll show you, I'll give you a sample of what we did. So how exciting is that? So this is a card that we did. So this is called the Triple Bridge Z-Fold card. So, and it actually folds together just like this. And I have to apologize. Nobody's home. So the little boys are down here with me. So if you hear some running around like herd of elephants, it's them. So I apologize in advance for the extra noise. Okay, this does fold in. I just got to be patient with it. There we go. There we got it. We got it. And it does fold into a card. And there's a place to put all your sentiment on the back side. And when they open it up, it just sits like that. How gorgeous is that? Okay, so let's get started. This might be a lengthy video, and I apologize for that. So I have a piece of cardstock that is 8 by 11. I'm going to score it at 1 3/8 and 2 3/4. And now I'm going to just turn it, and I'm going to cut it at 4 1/4. Okay, and now I'm going to take, this is the embossed piece, or the scored piece. Now we're going to take it and we're going to score the opposite side. 1 2 3. So 1 3/8. And 3/8. I don't know if you guys tried this fold. This is from Connie Stewart. She did way back in November. So there we have that. Okay, so that's all scored. So I'm just going to put that to the side. Now I'm going to bring in this piece here, and I'm going to cut it down to 8 1/4. So this side is already scored, so we're going to leave that. We're not going to cut that side. You want to cut the opposite side. So we're going to cut it down to 8 1/4. And now I'm going to cut it into 1 1/4 inch strips. Okay, so I should get 3 out of this. Let's just hope I calculated right. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, so that's the card base all done. So I'll put those to the side. Now I'll bring in my designer series paper. Now this is 6 3/8 by 3 inches. So now I'm going to cut 3 1-inch strips. 1, 2, and wow, 3. Okay, so I'm going to, now what I'm going to do is that these are going to fit onto here. These are going to fit onto here. Where's my score lines? But look, it's past the score line. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut these down to 5 1/4. So I'm going to turn this upside down so I can have this piece here to match. So this is going to be 5 1/4 inches. And then we're just going to trim that off. I'm going to try and keep these together. Try, you know, the word try. Keep those together. And we'll do this one. So 5 1/4. Keep these together. So this is just a lot of cutting. The card is fairly easy to put together. But like I said, it's just a lot of cutting of DSP and a lot of cutting of So we got those guys. Now I'm going to bring in, this is 9.5 by 4. Now I'm going to take it and I'm going to cut it into 1/8 inch sections. So the 1/8 is the first long line. I need 4 of those. 1 1/8. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now they, I don't cut designer series paper for my club members, so they would have to do their own cutting on that, but that's just fine. And then we're going to cut one at 2 5/8. Oh, sorry, I need 6. I need 6. 6, 6, 6, 6. And then what's left over should be 2 5/8. So 2, 1, 5/8. So right there. Just a wee bit longer than expected. So I'm just going to just trim that off. There we go. Now we have our pieces. Okay. Now comes the fun part. Okay, I'm just going to move that out of the way. Let's bring our strips back in. And we're just going to fold on the score lines. Just like that. Oops, wrong way. And just like that. Okay. So one's going to be going the opposite way, and these guys are going to be going the one way. So I'm just going to bring in, and this is going to go, oops, did I mess it up already? No. So this is going to go on to here. So this is going to go on the long strip before the score line. We're going to use some glue. And then this piece here is going to go right there like that. Now you can use any designer series paper you wish. I just picked this one because we're supposed to do another. We're supposed to have different. So this is going to go on to this one here. Now you can use any designer series paper. I just thought this one was gorgeous, fun, and it comes in many different colors. And I'll just show you. So it's called Garden Poetry, and like I said, it comes with many different colors. We just went with on my original, we went with Flirty Flamingo. And then this one here. Just to have that. To here, like that. And then this piece here will go onto here like that. Okay, so we did those pieces there. Now we're going to bring in our card base, and we're just going to burnish the score lines. Just like that. I'm just going to Okay, so now we're going to add a couple strips. So we're going to add one strip here, like that, and another strip here, like that. And just I'm going to just look at the card for a sec. And then we're going to, okay, so that strip's there. This strip's going to go here. This one here is going to go down the center, and we'll do that later. And then we have the other center, and then this one here, like that. And we are going to glue these guys on. That. And that one like that. Okay, so that's how we're going to do at the beginning. So now what we're going to do is we're going to bring in our extra pieces. So this piece here that doesn't have anything on it, you want to take it and you're going to butt it right up against the score line on this side right here. Okay? Oh, I did this backwards. Turn it around. No, we're not going to turn it around. I'm going to turn this around. No, yeah. So, I lied. We're going to put this up against here, and then this one here is going to go that way. Or you could do it this way. We can definitely do it this way. We can definitely do it this way. So you want to take your strip and put it right up against the score line, just like that, and it should come right to the edge of your card right there. And now you just want to glue the piece that's going to sit on this piece right here, and then this, you're going to glue this piece right down here. So here we go. Let's just show you. So this piece is going to butt up against the score line, just like that. And you're going to bring it all the way down to the bottom of the card. And then you're going to lift this up, and you're just going to put glue right here. You see that? Yeah, right there. And then you're going to take this piece here, and you're going to butt it up against the line, the edge there, and the edge on the bottom. Okay? So that's the top, or that's the bottom. We're going to do the exact same pieces with the same thing with the top. So you're going to glue this piece right here, just like that, and make sure that it's at the very top. And then we are going to glue this right here. And make sure it's at the edge, both edges. So now we got part of it. So see, okay. So now what we need to do is now we need to take this piece here, and we're going to do the opposite of what we did with this one here. This one's in the center, so it's going to go, your designer series paper's end's going to go on that end, and your flap's going to go onto this end like that. Okay, so we're going to add glue here. Now you can do it either way. I think when I did my samples, I did them either way. And I'll just show you because I did them different on the original. So it's, like I said, it's entirely up to you. There's no right or wrong way of doing this. Just to make sure that the two top and the bottoms are going one way and the center one is going the opposite way. Okay, so we'll just add some glue. Right there like that, and just make sure that it comes to the very end, just like that. And there we have, so far so good. So now we're going to take our pieces, our leftover pieces, And this piece here is going to slide right in here, like that. And this piece here is going to slide right in here, like that. So what you're doing is basically you're covering up the little flaps. You're still going to see them, but not as much as you would if you didn't have your extra designer series paper. And there, like that. But see how we have a blank spot in the center? We're going to take this piece right here, and we are going to slide it in and put it right into the center. Okay. And this piece is just going to just slide right in just like that. So there we have it. There's our card. All done. Okay, and then we'll just flip this. This will come up. You just have to play around with it until it actually folds into each other. Come on. There we go. There. Folds into each other. And then we'll just pop it open. So it's not finished, right? We still need to add a little bit. So we have a little piece of cardstock. Basic white. We're going to add to the back side. And that's where you're going to write your sentiment. If you have any extra leftover designer series paper, you can add that onto here, onto this piece. And I just might have some, so I just might do that. Center that. And we'll just bring in now, if you wanted to, you could have done the inside back differently, but I'm going to just cut 3/4 of an inch off. And I think that's 5 1/4. I'm sure that's 5 1/4. Oops. Yeah, 5 1/4. So take the 5 1/4. Put that to the side. And we'll bring this piece in. I'm just going to look. So this is going to go at the bottom. Like that. So then you're going to, there's your card, flip it over, and then it has just a wee bit of the card designer series paper. Then I cut out a label from the Forever Florals. So I use this one right here. So I cut that out, and then we're going to use the sentiment, You're on My Mind, and we're going to stamp it in, this is Poppy Parade, that's the paper I use. Like I said, you can use, this is so versatile, you can use anything you want. You don't even have to put designer series paper on if you don't want to. You can just stamp with an image. But I always thought with designer series paper it would be fun. And where is my, okay, where's my embellishments? Not my embellishments, my package is already open. I know I do. Why do I have so many packages here? Or maybe I don't. No, I guess I don't. So I guess we open a package. We're going to add 3 dimensionals to the back side. And this is going to go into the center. Just like that. I'm going to grab some ribbon. I Just, and you can use any color ribbon you wish. I'm going to just use the white due to the fact that it's basically, my card is Poppy Parade and white. And look at that, I didn't even use a bow maker. There we go. And we'll just take these guys, put them together, and we'll just trim it. There we go. I grab a glue dot or two. This is, I think this ribbon might have retired. I'm going to add it. Yeah, I'm going to add it right there. I'm just going to add it off of the. And I'm going to put it on this way. Okay, so now we need some embellishments, right? So I have a few of these gorgeous little embellishments. So I'm going to add 3 of them. So like I said, it's a fairly easy card to do, just a lot of cutting. But the girls enjoyed it. And you can, like I said, you can use any type of designer series paper you wish. If you don't want to, you can put half designer series paper, half not. You can stamp it all with an image if you want. You don't have to do it like I did it. And there we go. And this should just fold right down. And it fits into an envelope. I'll grab an envelope just to show you. You're probably more likely going to have to pay extra postage on it, but it will fit into an envelope. But extra postage will be required because it won't fit through the first slot. And you gotta be, of course, gotta be a little careful when you go to put it in because of the thickness of it. But anyway, you get the gist of it. So there we have it. Now, so that was card number 2 that we did at Card Club, or maybe it was card number 1. And then there's the one that we did yesterday. So I have one more to show you, and then I'll see what we can come up with on Friday. But yeah, so those are the 2 cards that we did. If anybody's interested in my paper share or my In Color Club, please let me know because I am going to be putting another order in. So I just want to make sure that we have enough of everything for everyone. With the paper share and ribbon share, I did say if you signed up for all 3, that you would receive the floral. I'll just grab my catalog. I did say that you would be getting, where is it? The floral accents. Unfortunately, it's not available, so I'm substituting it for the In Color butterflies. So you there's no ETA on this one. So when I order, I want to make sure that everything goes out at the same time, so I'm not following up with everything. So I'm just substituting this for these. Unfortunately, they're not available at the moment, so I apologize for that. Well, it's out of my control. So, and like I said, I want to get the orders in and to get them out as soon as I can. I don't want to dilly-dally around and wait for things to come in. Okay? So if you have any questions, please let me know. If you need to sign up for my paper and ribbon share and my or my In Color Club, let me know, and I will get you looked after. Thanks so much for joining me today. Greatly appreciate it. I hope you had a wonderful day, and we shall see you on Thursday. Bye.